This week and next week, we will be reading Isaiah, and then we will be finishing up 2 Kings. Isaiah is a big book. There's a lot going on there, 66 chapters. And it is what's called a prophetic archive. It is an anthology or a collection of the visions of Isaiah. There's a lot of debate about how Isaiah was composed. Some people would say there's two parts to it. They call it a proto-Isaiah and deutero-Isaiah, the first and the second. Some people say there's three. People have argued as many as 6 collections. The prophecies in Isaiah revolve around the reign of Hezekiah. And Hezekiah is the one who brings about this upward wave I mentioned a couple weeks ago, really brings the kingdom of Judah up into its height. It doesn't really get any higher than it does when it's under Hezekiah. And Isaiah is Hezekiah's court prophet. So his oracles were very important in that time period. You're going to have to make a lot of connections to people we've been reading about in 1st and 2nd Kings. There are mentions of kings, there are mentions of events. There's a lot of material that maybe we're not going to get a hold of right at first glance. But keep this in mind. Isaiah's big theme is that if Hezekiah has brought about this great reform, this great elevation, there is a greater reform, a greater elevation of the kingdom of Judah yet to come. And he sees in his visions things that are occurring at his present time that will be reflected in the Messiah, in Jesus, and then ultimately in the end times. So that we get to the end of Isaiah, he's really talking about the final kingdom of God. So just keep that in mind as you're reading Isaiah.